Come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. To give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. For the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an rookie. He's not looking back. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and chew. Official surface, you see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This is taken at the 18. Able to power through. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, it's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down, because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least, but right now he's showing no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Out far. This is taken at the 18. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
That's what I do.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught at the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby, let's go!
Getting set to go again, we're going to look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 on their side of mid. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So the big play gets him all the way to the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lynch running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
All day, baby, all day.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He finds Austin complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They stop him for 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Defenses, it's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His 2nd return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him the ball.
They might want to go away from him in the future. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go with Lynch right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch. 26 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time. It led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K.J. Wright able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this off? It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 70 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. To throw again on second down. Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Taken right around the 44. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown.
All right, count him along with me. That's his 3rd return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, very rare. 3, unbelievable. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down. And really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that on, and there's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about half.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, 73 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not thus far. And I know blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, the intended receiver, Tavon Austin. But now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Returnable for Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 42 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record. And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with it punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit. Maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Coming.
Now Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
You can't block me.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off the the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go.
And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggle.
I like it.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they had the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
What we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. Again, it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And there he goes again. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Soul searching now?
I would say so.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Right here.
Prescott now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott yet again. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now it's Lockett.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting...
Tyler Lockett, the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Wilson. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 60 yards, as his guys continue to pull it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Fellas.
The Seattle defense getting set to go. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? They go to Elliott again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. It's complete. Swings it out to him. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
And taken right on the 30. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 38 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This field. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Squeeze, double. Man left. 4 down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get, and it's costing them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And we get a peek. The kind of game he's having, it's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got it at the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the winner no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Fighting down past the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over.
What? 380! Mike's by 4. Hey, defense! Hey, defense!
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Pierre Garçon, 46 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it? I got him. Double tight, double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. Check 4. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
34 yards on the return.
Let's go, boys.
But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Get ready.
That's good for 28 yards.
Right there, 54 Mike. Come on.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at his full. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And Blake, the tight end's got it. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on first. another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Watch the
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys they're going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage, they're still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
You know, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here we go. To throw again. Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the... About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Prescott caught. It's Wilson.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds some open field here. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, folks.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Boys, let's go. Let's go.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Cut.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They gonna need
They'll run with Lynch, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
all day.
Here's Wilson out to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That's it.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Talked about, took away the ball in the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And a completion to Wilson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is taken at the 18. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Come on, fellas.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
Now Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. He finds Austin complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally, if not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the line and get the heck out of here? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bobby Wagner in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will...
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their fifth straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their 4th appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. They, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year, and Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his 3rd NFL season.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Mahomes, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check 53. Focus, defense, focus.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. Typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown.
Let's go.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you know, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline.
Get ready.
And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. On second down, it's Williams, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Check, 53's Mike. Pick me up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally, everyone preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
That's it, baby.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Yellow.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you.
Off the draw, here's Williams.
Run.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult.
Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, And a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Wilson now already over 200 yards in this first quarter, and he's got another 1st and 10. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And watch that.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Myers connects on the PAT, and a route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and polishing it all off, Marshawn Lynch with a TD run. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Yellow. Mike's by 4. In your face.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes looking middle, and it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now it's Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. A 77-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That's the 2nd touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the first quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how. But right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wells. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Sean McCoy.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And with a new set of downs. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
54 Mike.
So don't say nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. There's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose. They break that goose egg.
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. From the 27, Mahomes. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. Mahomes now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
All day, baby, all day.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. They're going in the wrong direction for their offensive down.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This is taken at about the 14. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Play action. Now Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called me for, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stopped him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Let's go, let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Let's go, boys.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. To throw on second and 10. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and 1 here. Wilson steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football, one-on-one, the trade expression.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves.
And McCoy loses the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Let's go. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. It's caught, Lockett. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown. Will Dissly, 39 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that? Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than... And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 43 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return as his guys continue to pour it on. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come out here. Scoreboard, what was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
380. Mike 50, Mike 50.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over with the
I don't
penalty?
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got there. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll let Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
You better be ready next time.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the
Mike,
official
53,
is thinking to
53,
himself,
Mike.
did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Yeah, let's go. Come talking now, Ward.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
10th carry now for McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says, you know, because this is...
Mahomes can't. And down he goes. K.J. Wright with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Get that quarterback,
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Give me the ball every time, fellas. I'm going to score.
Jacob Hollister, 48 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump. I'll give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. He's at the 40. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 54 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride, full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I got one.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not having a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice one.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
He's going to rifle one deep left center. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down. That one good for 37 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
That's it, huh?
Tyler Lockett, 34 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will in field and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, punk.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Four yards on the dump off and 2nd down.
Yellow. There's a water, right? Here it comes.
On 2nd down now. It's McCoy. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? But you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Tight left. 4 down. Check.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Yellow.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one. Mike.
Yellow.
All day, every day.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Rip right.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, guys, I got 15.
And again, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st down, Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he's into the clear. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this route.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit, but maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. He finds McCoy. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Robinson with a big catch. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's not going to get me.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Tyler Lockett. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Job, man. Keep getting those touchdowns.
That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys continue to pull it on. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Yeah, boy. That's our ball.
Hey, every time to the days just getting a fumble recovery. Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Yeah, baby.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at
come
minimum.
on. You can't give the guy skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Watkins, the intended receiver. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and you see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you're going to see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right off balance.
And he did. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's loose again. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That's it, baby.
That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just hold it over the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he finds who else? Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Mahomes firing complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run with Ware. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. We're just dressing up the final score.
Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a touchdown here as we near the end of this ball game.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Right there. All day, baby. Right.
3rd and 3. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. They complete it to Hill. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. One final try from Mahomes. Set up the screen to McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports. This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents. These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season.